Guys, what is going on? It is Nate the Game Guy coming back with another video, and today I want to teach you guys how to collect video games when you are broke. Let's face it, video game collecting can be a very expensive hobby, and whether you are a teenager that's just simply not able to work yet because you're not old enough, or if you are somebody that just has a lot of bills, a lot of expenses, but just really wants to hone in onto video game collecting, this is going to be the video for you. Now, there are definitely a ton of other video game collectors out there that have shared a lot of their own tips as well. While I'll definitely be covering some of those same tips right here in this video, I'm also going to be talking about some things that you just don't really hear about when it comes to saving money and trying to make things more affordable with game collecting. And I'm also going to share with you guys a few strategies that I've personally used in the past to help build up my own personal video game collection that you guys can see all around me right here. So without further ado, let's break things down and teach you guys how to make things more affordable and hopefully help you get a boost on building up your video game collection and hopefully get you guys your own personal game room right after the intro. So a bit of disclaimer I just want to throw right out there right at the beginning of this video is essentially you are going to need to work in some form or another. There will be some work involved and you are going to need just a little bit of some money. No, I'm not going to tell you to go get a job, but essentially you can't be lazy if you're going to want to make some of these things happen. Now, let's talk about everybody else that has been brought up when it comes to saving money and trying to make things more affordable for video games, right? Gonna be the broken record right here and talk about garage sales, thrift stores, estate sales, that type of stuff, right? For whatever reason, if you just haven't heard of those things, I'm just going to talk about them right here. Essentially, a lot of game collectors do is they will go to thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, just different types of places like that, and they will do is they will try to buy up a bunch of games that they want to add into their collection and also games that they don't want to add into their collection. Maybe for some reason they find a game that they already have, but they know it's worth some money. Essentially what they'll do is they'll take said game that is worth some money, they will try to sell it online, or they will try to cover all of their expenses of trying to buy some of the games that they've picked up. And also, if they're lucky, try to make themselves a small profit. With that profit, they will then use it to purchase more games. Whether that is going back to the garage sales or thrift stores, estate sales, or they decide to take that money and do some online shopping. It's a great strategy. However, I've already mentioned in a previous video that even though those are great techniques and strategies to go about building a game collection, it ultimately comes down to where you are located. Obviously, if you live in a rural area, that's probably not really going to work out for you, especially if you're in like those really rural areas where your closest neighbor is about a 1 to 5 mile drive away from you. Meanwhile, if you live like in a big city, hey, you're going to have more options available to you. But if for whatever reason you just haven't come across that strategy right here, that's definitely something worth talking about to making things more affordable. Try trying to hunt down for some of those deals at garage sales, thrift stores, estate sales. Sometimes you will be able to find video games there. And if somebody is not selling video games right out the yard or whatever, just kindly ask, hey, do you have some video games? They have them, they'll let you know. So that's one thing to keep in mind to make things a little bit more affordable when it comes to game collecting. All right, so now let's talk about one of my favorite strategies when it comes to building up your game collection while on a budget. Obviously, this is going to be a little bit of some work, but trust me, if you can get this to work out well for you, oh boy, things are going to go out so well for you. And I speak from experience. So what am I talking about? First off, look on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Craigslist, places like that that will allow you to look up local listings of things to sell. What you're going to want to do next is you're going to want to search for different game consoles. You're going to search for whether it's PlayStation 4, PlayStation 2, Wii. You want to look for more of like the common consoles, right? The ones that aren't going to be as collectible, right? So as mentioned from before, things like PS2, PS4, Xbox 360, even Xbox One, right? And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to message some of these people selling these game consoles. And you're going to want to target ones that come with games. Say, for example, you find somebody selling an Xbox 360. It comes with 10 games. It comes with some good ones in there too. Talking about Halo 3, Gears of War, Crackdown, right? But they want $100 for it, right? What you're going to want to do is you want to submit to them an offer. You don't want to lowball them, because if you lowball them, the chances become significantly lower of, something actually happening. But of course, if you do decide to lowball somebody and they take that offer, hey, good for you. Me personally, I usually would like to do, if somebody's offering about $100 for their game console or whatever, I'll offer them $80, right? And what I'll do is I want to make sure that everything works out well. So if you are in an area where, you don't have to worry about, if you go into someone's house, someone's going to hold you up at ransom, right? Just tell them that, hey, you want to make sure that everything works out and tests well. If they say yes, awesome. If they say they want to meet in a public place, I'll let you decide whether or not you want to do that or not, because then you lose that aspect of being able to test everything if everything works out. But of course, if they are saying, hey, I want to meet in a public space, obviously the chances are significantly lower that they'll want to do something to you. Once you get your console and your games, and you don't have to offer them $80 or look for ones that are $100. You just got to look for ones that you're getting a good deal for. Also, you're going to want to familiarize yourself with what consoles sell for on eBay. How much does an Xbox 360 Slim with 250 gigabytes sell for? How much does a PS4 Slim sell for? Things of that nature, right? Once you get more familiar as to how much things sell for on eBay and how much you can get some of these consoles for, right? You'll want to do is then sell these consoles only on eBay. But if you have games with them that you're either not interested in or you have already, bundle them with the consoles. You'll then want to do is sell them on eBay. Once you sell them on eBay, you'll then hopefully try to get your money back. Plus, you'll be adding games into your collection. And then with the extra profit that you have left over, you can use that to either find more deals. You can do is then purchase games that are more collectible, right? I've certainly have funded some of my Sega Saturn games doing this, flipping Xbox 360 deals several years ago. I'm not going to give you guys a tutorial on how to familiarize yourself with the eBay fees and how much things are worth when you ship them out, how much to pay for in shipping, because there's already a ton of people that do exactly just that. But I do want to say this is a phenomenal strategy that I've used many times, and it has boosted up my collection so much doing this. If you guys have not done this already, definitely consider doing it, because it will save you a ton of money. And if you are on a budget, but if you are patient enough to save up a little bit of some money to hopefully kick into that first deal and try to make things well where you'll actually get a deal done and actually make some money back with some games, that's how you're going to get the snowball rolling into building up a game collection like this. Now, I've definitely talked about this before already, but I'm going to mention it again because this is definitely going to help if you are somebody that wants to collect video games and you're broke. And I am talking about promotions. What do I mean by promotions? If you have a credit card, make sure you are using the cashback rewards programs. If you have a Swagbucks account, make sure you are using your Swagbucks account. Things like that. Now, when it comes to credit cards, I don't recommend that you use them unless you are somebody that is very financially responsible. What I like to do is, since I have a 2% cash back credit card, I will literally do is whenever I am collecting for video games online or at my local retro game store or whatever, I will make sure to use my credit card that gets me 2% cash back, so I can use the points on those credit cards to get different rewards, gift cards, all that, so that can be poured right into building up the game collection even further. So if I'm getting 2% cash back, if I make a $100 purchase, I'll be getting $2 back. And obviously you get the idea. With Swagbucks, essentially what you can do if you have a Swagbucks account, it's totally free to sign up. Essentially what you can do is do surveys, go onto different websites after clicking on swagbucks.com. Say if you got to go to Home Depot, make yourself a nice little purchase for a new bathroom sink, get new cabinets, power tools, whatever. If they're offering 10% cash back, essentially just go onto swagbucks.com, click Home Depot, let it do its thing, make your purchase, and then the points will be added to your Swagbucks account, and then you can redeem those points to get Amazon gift cards, eBay gift cards, that type of stuff. I think you get the idea when it comes to different promotions. You don't necessarily have to use credit cards or Swagbucks. Those are just a few great examples that I like to use. Even if you're somebody that is not necessarily broke, you definitely should be taking advantage of these promotions to help build up your game collection even further. Of course, I'm going to link a link down in the description below where it is an affiliate link. If you use my affiliate link, you will get an extra sign up bonus with swagbucks.com. So definitely do consider using that if you want to get a head start in trying to boost up your points so you can build up that game collection even further. Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out my video. Please be sure to check out these videos here, and here. After all, I post a lot of content when it comes to game collecting tips, and other video game related subjects. So be sure to keep an eye out every Monday and Friday where I upload consistently, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.